Hi everybody. First off, I'm feeling a little bit better today. I still haven't gotten that thing I ordered, which is kind of, to say frustrating is an understatement. No, Amazon is kind of iffy sometimes. Sorry, I just had really good ice cream. Figured I'd finish that off before tomorrow when I go back to work. Um, in 2 months, it's going to mark a full year since I've been out of a nursing home, since I fully recuperated from an MS relapse that basically mirrored a stroke. I thought I might give you my thoughts about what that's been like for me, especially with depression and just, for the most part, not really having people I can really relate to or really just understand exactly what I'm going through. That's not to say I don't have people in my life, because I do. But will they ever really understand what I went through and what I'm still going through? Hell no. What most of you don't know that I don't really talk about is for those first few months, one of the first things I wanted when I got out, it was a drink. No, not coffee, not tea, not something like that. I wanted beer or alcohol. And admittedly, for a while it got a little out of hand. I didn't just drink to have one occasionally. I drank to get drunk. And it almost borderline alcoholism, but mostly because of my depression. I went through something horrible. I won't see therapy because that's not going to do what I needed to do for me. It didn't when I was in that nursing home. It's not going to do it now. And again, nothing against anybody's religion, but I'm not interested in converting to anything to get past it. I just have to get through it. I'm still depressed, but I got work, so that's good. And for those first few months, I was kind of worried and I was kind of stressed about I didn't know where I was going to live. Obviously now that's not really a problem. Yeah, my apartment's still not perfect, but it's getting there. I lost a lot of weight, but not because my eating disorder. No, just because I get out and I do stuff. In that first couple of months, I was still in a wheelchair, but by December, I was using a cane, and then by March, I want to say, I was up and walking around completely independently. I was able to get up. My legs weren't stiff. They were getting some muscle. And then somebody I love like a mom pointed out that they were getting very muscular. As you can kind of see. Before they were very atrophied. So I don't know what I was doing right to get that muscle back, but I'm grateful for it. I made the mistake of taking in people. Correction, I took in one person. I didn't want to take her in, but at the same time, I felt like, because I had said I would if I ever got back on my feet, and I did. And I don't want to say she ruined my life, but she made one of my jobs very difficult. I didn't really have my independence because she expected me to take care of her, and I'm just not that kind of woman. I can handle taking care of myself, and when I'm on the job taking care of my client, because my client, I'm not going to say anything about that person, but my client is really, really cool. But my guest that I took in, I love her to death, I still love her, but it's just not something that I was able to do, especially in a studio apartment. And then, after making it a little difficult for me while she was here. By the way, I got the apartment in, if you're looking back at my old videos, I got it somewhere about the first week of February. That wasn't easy. There was a lot of back and forth with it, and then I had to get my other job to show proof of income. And while I like this apartment, I'm honestly not even sure why I'm in Wichita anymore. And then, just for the next couple of months, I was just kind of just having to start off from nothing. I moved out of the nursing home and didn't really have much to go with. That wasn't easy. Adding to the trauma that I went through there, it just wasn't easy. Then we're gonna fast forward to about April. My friend had after one bad incident where my friend had asked to come with me to work, because I'm not gonna say no to a friend coming with me because I'm nice. Things just took a turn for the worse, and after that, my client, my job just got a little bit more complicated, and I was asked not to come in for like a few months on end. I was already depressed. It just made my depression worse. I wasn't able to eat. I was stressed about how I was going to make ends meet. And then I got to a point where I got upset and applied for another job, and I applied for several different jobs in job hunting, and it was making my depression worse, and I looked bad. I lost a significant amount of weight. I was forced to be off my hormones for a month because my insurance was cut, which means my income was cut that much worse, and I was not okay. For half of this summer, I was miserable. I'm fine now. I'm just really getting used to being a cashier, even though I hadn't done it since I was in my 20s. And honestly, with all that bad stuff, it's that much better than when I was in the nursing home. I am slowly getting back what I lost, and I'm even making plans to move, hopefully soon, to Florida. I do plan on making a few trips first, but I don't really feel a connection to Wichita anymore. I don't really feel like I want to be out in Kansas, and I got nothing against it. But I've definitely learned a lot. I've learned that not everybody that goes through what I went through gets a second chance, and not everybody gets to bounce back from something that bad. I could have died. And as we're approaching this kind of situation, like around this time last year was when I really started putting plans together to get the, pardon my language, fuck out of a nursing home. It dawned on me that I should probably make a video just stating my thoughts on it, and it's just like, yeah, it's been hard. It's going to be difficult. I don't have a lot of trans friends. I don't have any little friends near me out in Wichita, and I kind of wish I did, because then I'd be able to hang out with other littles and vibe with them, but really I don't know anybody. But it's been hard, but it's been worth it, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning what I have to do to really just build manage both jobs, manage the time management, and still try to make some time for myself. And I think that's the important part here, is I'm looking at it and I realized that last year I wasn't able to do all this stuff. I didn't have all this freedom, and with that freedom comes a responsibility for yourself. I mean, no matter where you are in life, if you're able to take care of yourself, you have a responsibility to put your needs first. You have to. You cannot always worry about other people's stuff. That just don't work. If I have any regrets about the nursing home, about how I was in the nursing home, I regret that I didn't stand up for myself more. That I didn't push myself to do more physical therapy to get out of there sooner. I also regret all the weight that I gained when I was there. Oh my gosh. I was looking through Facebook memories and I saw old pictures of me when I was in the nursing home. And I was definitely overweight. I kind of wish I didn't trust people there so much. That came back to bite me in the ass. I kind of wish I didn't let people treat me like crap. And I kind of wish I wish I'd kept to myself a lot more there. And I'm honestly kind of glad that I'm not there, but if I know that people in my life who need it there, who need that kind of care, should consider that. But at the same time, I'm also realizing that while I do want to get my CNA, maybe there's a part of me that doesn't, because I would have to look at all that stuff again, and I tend to feel a lot of what other people feel on a deep level, and that might mess with me after a while. I think maybe I will stick to doing the home health care thing. I haven't really decided. It just, I want to see what happens when I move to Florida. Also some little space updates. I still plan on getting my crib. I am still personally just waiting for a few things that I need to get taken care of. I still plan on building my high chair, all of which are going to be portable and easy to move. And one of the next big goals for me is I'm actually looking into my legal name change. And I'm going to actually sit down and talk with a few specialists and stuff and consider what I need to get gender reassignment surgery. Because the name change and that surgery are literally going to be the last parts of my transition that I want to do. I'm not looking to do facial feminization. I love how my face looks. I think I look pretty, but that's just me. I love how for lack of a better word, I like how my boobs look. They're big, but they're not oversized. Yeah, that's the only things I really want to change. Because I love who I am. I think I look pretty cool now. I'm a lot more comfortable with in my own skin. But yeah, that's basically the plan. Like for the next few months, the main goal is looking into what I need to do to get to Florida, and also looking into what I need to do to complete my transition, and that's pretty much my main goals. I don't plan on staying in Florida for more than I don't plan on staying in Wichita for more than a few years, and I really hope that happens soon. Once my lease is up after my second renewal of my lease, then I'm going to be looking into all the stuff that has to come in through my move. But I want to visit Florida twice to make sure I can get everything set up for me. And yeah, there's a lot of bittersweet emotions towards leaving Wichita. But at the same time, when I first moved here, it was to recover from breaking my back. I did not count on an MS relapse, and I did not count on dating somebody who basically ruined my life. Yeah. Will I miss Wichita? I'll miss certain people out here. That's for sure. But aside from the people I formed some type of connection with, I don't feel a pull to be out here. I'm not knocking Kansas in any way. I just don't feel a connection to anybody here. Not in that way. Plus, I'm in love, and when you love somebody that long, you want to be with them. Especially because there was a time where I didn't think I'd be able to have that chance. Anywho, I'm going to get back to what I was doing, because tomorrow I got to get up ass early for work. I forgot what else I was going to say. I'm sure it'll come to me later. If you guys want to do a Q&A, just comment any questions you have. I'm still very depressed, but I'm okay. I'm anxious. And yeah, I might be a little overworked, but that's okay. Like I said, I love both my jobs. I love the money I get from it. I love the work I'm doing. Yeah. So again, maybe the CNA thing might not happen, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to get down on myself about it. I'm good with being a home healthcare worker, a cashier, and maybe eventually working from home somehow. I have no idea what else I was going to say. So, later on. Catch you guys later. Bye.